Thank you, Ajay. My fellow panelists and distinguished dignitaries, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It's an interesting topic that we're discussing upon, that's financial inclusion, role of direct to, direct to beneficiary and Aadhaar together. I'm very tempted to plagiarize a phrase used by Sir Winston Churchill during the Second World War. And he had said that war is too serious a business to be left to generals. In much the same manner, inclusion, financial inclusion, is far too serious a business to be left to bankers. This is not to demean the bankers' efforts. The first financial inclusion good example was done by a chairman of an Indian bank, Mr. Chakravarti, if I am not mistaken, who converted every household of Mangalam village into a bank account holder. But notwithstanding that, that is one good example. Right from the time of bank nationalization to the, let's say, priority sector lending to, let's say, the rural banks and so on, and compulsive lending, the regulation has been either led by the polity of this country or by the RBI and organizations such as NABARD, or otherwise many NGOs across this country, and that's notable indeed. To us, wearing ties and attending conferences, the real life is a little far remoted. When you travel far and wide across our length of the country, you see many things. I'll give you some examples. I was working in the Himachal Pradesh in Spiti Valley on a particular portion of a landslide in Himalayas. Now, when you go to those villages where they stay at an average altitude of 14,000 feet, even oxygen is dear to come, in that location, there are benefits to reach people. There is a system given by the Ministry of Environment, and they call it Incentive for Environmental Services. That is PES, the Payment for Environmental Services. Now, it's all too good on the books and in theory, but how do you make it reach people who live there? And how do you know that that payment for environmental service is not gulped by somebody on the way? Another example, I mean, as late as yesterday evening, I was in a small little village called Ausa in Latur district. Whatever work that was happening there, every person in the, shall we say, the hierarchy of allotting those works were more concerned about how much is he or she going to earn than the work itself. And the work was made for a public good. A third example, my own household work was going on, and a carpenter was there. His daughter was to get married in a faraway Bihar village. And he said, "Saab, mujhe cash hi dena 50,000 rupees, don't give me..." I said, "Yaar, Sharma ji, aap ja rahe ho itni dur railway se, to saath mein cash le jana dangerous hota hai. To aap demand draft leke jaiye." साहब 50,000 का डिमांड ड्राफ्ट अगर मैं इनकैश करने गया तो बैंक का बाबू घूस ले मांग लेगा. Now, it is this kind of a social milieu that we live in. It is this kind of a difficulty of a population that you have to solve as bankers, as politicians, as NGOs, as administrators. Technology is the only method, only bridge, which can bridge such a huge gap, because the gap is too wide to be filled. The gap includes not only in performance, but also in attitude towards those performances. And I personally feel if any benefit has to reach a beneficiary directly, then there is an electronic media linkage necessary with the identity of that person and with the benefit that, so that the benefit that is meant for that person reaches that person. There are many examples that you and I can cite of this kind of need. But one of the things that makes us as Indians proud is that we perhaps should be the first country in the world to be able to link benefits to people in such an absolute direct way, which cannot be pilfered with and cannot be mistaken in its identity. Having said that, Maharashtra, as you know, is still short of about 32%, if I'm not mistaken, on the banking side, that we still don't have bank accounts for 32% of our population which are in adult age, both urban and rural put together. And I think that is where the real challenge lies for the bankers, and the Jan Dhan Yojana in particular As we all know, right from the beginning, including the financial inclusion, various steps taken by the previous government, a lot of efforts were taken to ensure inclusion. But the Janadhan Yojana, I'm sure, has gone at a galloping rate 2 steps ahead and has hit the nail at the head that exactly where it is to be driven. And I guess it should be successful given the ardor with which and zeal with which the Aadhaar people have been working, and together with the need that has to be executed through many, many extension arms of our own governance. Thank you.